Welcome to the studio, a chaotic Saturday morning, a little bit off our schedule, and Hugo and I are going to paint today, because what do we do when we paint, Hugo?
We paint.
We paint. We create without fear.
We create without fear.
That's right. So today, pretty interesting, we're gonna paint together, but the reason we're here today, I wanted to talk about creativity and imagination. We were watching a Blue's Clues, right?
Yep.
Yesterday, last night, and they were doing it about imagination and trying to teach and learn imagination. That got to me. And how they were doing it was you close your eyes and you just use your imagination. They couldn't define it really, and of course it's for little kids. But it brings up that question: is where does your imagination come from? Where does your creativity come from? How did you learn it or teach it, and where did that come about? So let's create a dialogue about that today with these videos. And kind of figure it out. And this will go up recorded on which one?
Instagram.
Instagram. It will be recorded. And we'll talk about this further, I think. But we're going to go ahead and start painting too. And let's talk about it. Where does creativity come from? Imagination. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts, Kristen?
Do I have any thoughts on where creative imagination comes from? I don't know. I have nothing. I'm sorry, I got nothing.
Well,
I'm too busy with buttons over here.
We're gonna do robots today, I think. You want to draw a robot?
Yeah, but this part needs a robot heart.
Robot heart? Well, you can work on that. I'm just gonna get the outline here and
I don't know. Let's put it out to the audience. What do you guys think imagination comes from? I like my new little tool over here, but it's a little bit jiggly.
Is it jiggling?
Yeah.
Oh, you're using some.
Wow.
So that's part of creativity right there, okay?
Well, that's creativity, but that's not imagination.
Isn't it?
I don't know. Let's have the conversation.
Creativity and imagination. I don't know if there really is a big difference between them.
Thank you for the hearts over there on TikTok. Truly appreciate it.
I've been doing this all my life. I've been, I grew up in an art family, so we were never really restricted, in creativity wise. I don't know how. I mean, we were encouraged. I guess my mom, she always encouraged it, I suppose. Huh?
I don't need this part.
Yeah, I would imagine that your mom always did encourage you guys. I obviously didn't know you at the time.
Yeah, you weren't even.
Yeah, Lord Creative, I kind of feel like creativity comes from your imagination, but I wouldn't say they're the same thing. I think you need one for the other.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you for the hearts, everybody.
So we're using a variety of things today. I try not to work with his age. He's 4. So we try not to work with a lot of acrylics because it tends to be very permanent on every paint. So we have tempera paint from Sargent Art, and I've been purchasing a lot of it because he paints a lot.
A lot. We've got Mama Meg Face from down at the fabric store.
Oh, hey. Hi.
Creativity and imagination are the yin and yang of the soul. Annalisa says, Google says real life events form imagination, so stored memories.
Say that again.
Stored memories.
Imagination is stored memories?
Yes.
Hooray.
I'd say that's only part of it, though.
Well, it is what Google said.
Yeah, I mean, that's a beginning.
From life experience, somebody's here saying.
I think that it contributes to it, certainly. I think Hugo's come up with incredible stories of things that he shouldn't have any reason or context to be able to develop those. Because he has no memories, basically.
Well, I've always, for me, creativity and imagination have always been a tool of problem solving for me. So I've always come at it, even when I was a little kid, I had a problem I had to solve. I don't know.
So problem for you, problem solving.
Yeah.
I was through so much pain. I just bought after a week ago. I don't know. This is a very, very good question today. and bless their hearts, Blue's Clues guys really tried hard to do it, didn't they? I mean, they tried.
Yeah.
And how would you describe they did it there?
They made it very visual, and they didn't really bring in any other aspects of creativity, which I think was a mistake.
I think one of the big things on imagination or creativity comes about through play.
Somebody got you the apron. Your mom got you one of our aprons for your birthday.
Aw.
That's so cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, I need to get more aprons back up on the website.
Yeah, we're not on the website right now, but if you are interested in the aprons that we have a couple different designs. Just message us and Kristen will make the arrangements.
Yeah.
But we've revamped our entire apparel and home goods, right?
Yeah, everything has been all
done totally right now.
But the apron design does still exist.
Yeah, it's just not on it right
It hasn't found a home yet on either website.
So I gotta turn that heat off, actually. I'm roasting over here. That heater's coming right. I meant to do that before we started.
Oh, bye, Mama Meg. Have a good day.
I'll see you later.
Hopefully you can come next Saturday to our third Saturday open house.
You gotta go to work probably.
Yeah, but we're here all freaking afternoon and evening, so.
No, I mean, she's probably gotta go today.
Oh, yeah, she had to go back to work.
There's some white, Hugo. You want to push that white around? Get a brush.
That kind of looks like Superman.
Does that look like super? Oh, here's your roller. You want to do some rollers? Rollering?
Creativity is trusting yourself.
Ah.
I like that. Everybody on TikTok's a little quiet. Anybody over there have any ideas?
I got, those create cards?
Oh, yeah, from Brian Eno.
Yeah, Brian Eno and Peter Schmidt. Remember them?
Mm-hmm.
So hang on. I like this right now. That what you just said, whoever said that.
That would be... It's disappeared.
So this is one of those
Leona.
cards from Brian Eno and Peter Schmidt. So 2 days ago, I left this one out. So every morning I come into the studio and I draw one of these create cards. There's like 100 and something cards. And they've got little sayings on them that just kind of give you they're almost like artistic tarot cards, really, for me.
Kind of are.
Because I need to hear whatever they have to say. And I imagine once you go, so I just draw a new one every day and then I move it to the front. But trust in the you of now.
Oh.
Was the one 2 days ago. That kind of fits with what you said there. Hugo, you going to paint over here some with the roller?
Yeah, but I'm making ice.
Oh, you did some over here already.
I'm making ice paint.
Ice, you're doing the ice paint. Yeah. Well, we want paint on this. You wanted to paint. Should we put green on
So
here?
I am doing ice paint.
Our baby.
Or that I can do ice paint.
Okay. This is not our usual for anybody who hasn't been here before, but our babysitter's on spring break.
Yes.
So
He's on spring break.
So it's all of us today.
And we're gonna just see what happens.
Imagination is asking why not.
Ooh.
See, that's kind of that problem solving I was talking about.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Imagination equals why not.
I need to think of the mystic.
Well, look in your drawers. This is your art thing, remember? All your stuff is right in there. Imagination is, what did they say?
Asking why not.
Asking why not. So this is a really cool tool that I've used a lot over here on this, all these pieces. I've been using this a lot. And this is just a kid's toy. So that's just a little plastic trowel that came in one of the toy boxes he has, and I absconded with it.
But I needed that back.
Well, you can use it right now.
And I needed it as like a toy, and I needed it there in my toy bin.
Well, you can use it to paint too. And this is Tempera paint sticks.
A lot.
These are cool.
Yeah.
I actually picked this
Now
up
I
from
needed
Michael's.
a lot.
Yeah, those were Michael's.
You can get paint sticks, the smaller ones, all over the place. The Tempera paint sticks. Everybody has a brand of them. But this is the first time I've run across a really big stick. It's really nice to be doing some bold marks with it.
So, is anybody out here also a mixed media artist?
He needs a belt. A superhero belt, Hugo.
Why?
Because he's a superhero.
He's a robot.
He's got a utility belt.
Remember?
Anybody watch the new Batman yet?
I want.
It's not out yet on streaming services.
Oh, okay.
But it's in the theaters.
Oh, wait, the one that I've been looking forward to for 3 years and then forgot about because it's been 3 years.
Yeah, because they.
I want to see the new Batman.
I'm not sure it's going to be appropriate.
Oh, Courage. So
Aha.
art is a mixed media. Oh, Crafty Artist 333 is a mixed media artist.
Someone say courage for creativity?
Yeah. Well, it's Courageous Soul Arts is her tag.
Oh, creative soul. Yeah, for me, I guess for one of the things for me for creativity and imagination, because I'm not sure I can really. I'm still having
Divest
trouble
the two?
separating it because I'm not sure I can define one without the other, and that's I think the problem. But so one of the things, of course, is play, and that's what we're doing. We're playing. He doesn't want to paint. He wants to experiment with the science of color, right? So he's been doing these ice paintings, and we don't have any ice to show you. And go back to some of our earlier
Ice paintings.
that he's done. But anyway, so he makes these colors and layers the paint in there, and he smashes them up. And he came up with that technique himself. I didn't teach him that. Okay, so where did he come up with that idea to make color in water, mix it, allow the layers to layer differently, and then go freeze it? That was his concept. He's 4.
Yeah.
Right? So he came up with that. I don't know.
Well, that could be just we're all born artists, and it's just kind of beat out of us.
Well, I you know my feeling is that a lot of education, removes
The early education, yeah.
early education squashes and quashes that creative impulse, even imagination.
We have an art student from Tunisia in here today.
Tunisia?
Yeah.
Nice. So a little different format, everybody. As we said, we're talking about creativity today and imagination and where it came from.
We got a comment from TikTok.
Yeah?
Imagination is trusting your own thoughts. What is your mind creating?
Wow. Trust in your own thoughts. I like that. There's a lot of courage, trust.
Mm-hmm.
Some good words today, for sure.
Thank you for sharing that, Crafty Artist.
I like those. I like that.
And Lapel Natalie, I think you're an artist. If you're working in mixed media and you make an effort to make stuff, that makes you an artist.
Well, that's a whole other discussion. Is the concept of an art. What is art? What is an artist, and so forth. But I don't want to go down that rabbit hole today.
Not today. It's too many holes.
It's too many rabbit holes today. But yeah, I won't go there. That was a lot of discussions at university that always made me crazy, because when I came to university many years ago now, I had been a professional in the art field. So for me, the conversation that some of the kids were having, and I was a kid too, but I had been professional, was kind of moot. I'd already gone through all that process. So sometimes creativity can come about with new products. So we just got this. This is from Jacques and Jock, Jaqjaq Bird, Jock Bird, at Jock Bird. I don't even know if they can see that. So this is zero dust chalk. We bought it at one of the kids' places. And this is really fascinating stuff. It's water soluble too, so I'll play with that a little bit. And it's non-toxic. Has oil, corn flour, titanium oxide, and the pigment in it. Kind of pricey, but it's nice because it doesn't create that dust that I think is bad for everybody.
Lungs.
to breathe. Yeah. Really fascinating though, and I'll show you an example real quick here. Let's make his body blue, Hugo.
Yeah.
So we can scribble. We're just going to scribble on here just for the sake of kind of seeing what it does. You can use the side too. Hugo, do you have the spray bottle? Can you spray this for me?
Oh, I do have a spray bottle.
All right, can you spray that for me? Check that out.
Wow.
See that, guys? little bit over here.
Or the red.
Right over here. There you go. So I really like the way that it blends. This is why I wear the glove a lot too, because also you can paint with your hands. You can draw into the water as well with this stuff. It's pretty cool. It was just a fluke I picked this up the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah. Anybody else painting right now with us?
I'm not.
You're not?
He's doing a science experiment. I was hoping he was going to paint, but that's okay.
I will
Oh, good.
paint.
That's good.
Yeah, you got
what
time.
need to do. I'm going to make this face really pink, Hugo. What color should we make this head?
Black.
Black? Scary black head, huh? Just it's the mask. The mask, the black masks and so forth. Because of Batman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are this the Batman?
Is it a Batman? Yeah, it's a Batman.
And Batman kind of was silly-dilly.
All right, well, let's put his little horn thingies on.
I think they're ears. I think it's bat ears.
Give him enough head, though. Somewhat proportional. This is that paint stick again.
You pretty happy with that, Hugo?
Let me just see. Oh, in my pocket.
Why are you in the ceramic corner, little
Come on
one?
out of there, buddy.
We don't go in there alone.
Checking all my
You're checking your
Well,
pots.
we're over here for now.
How about you bring it over?
One of these is broken. One of mine is broken.
Well, you broke it. That is a tempera paint stick.
Yeah, so this is a big one, and I think you can find them online, the bigger sizes. But this actually says Craft Smart. But there's white label, they're rebranded on a couple different ones.
Sweden, welcome today. California.
You gotta take a look at this.
What brand is the paint stick?
So we're painting with a 4-year-old, supposedly, but he's over there. And one of the things that he and I have done is this ongoing series that we do with robots and such. So he likes robots. He's got a robot heart, and so we're doing these very they're abstract, clearly figurative, but also it's from his imagination. You know, what is a robot? And in that case, it is based on experience, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
He's been watching robot shows and movies and things like that, and he's bringing that into his experiences and actually creating objects. This is not what my normal work looks like.
No, it isn't. We're just painting with Hugo today.
Are you gonna come over here?
I have to fit my bowl.
No, you really don't. You really don't need to put your bowl. Fine, I guess he's out. Well, like I said when we came into this, we were really sure what was going to happen. You got paint on here.
Yeah, I almost titled this All the Chaos.
Can you put some over this? Put that on there. I want to see how you do it. Everybody wants to see how you paint. That's why they came. They didn't come here to see me paint.
I didn't even mention him in the title.
So the other thing for me that creativity comes from, and I made notes over here, that's what I'm looking at. So for me, release preconceived notions. Okay, so we're conditioned day in and day out by all the input coming in, whether it's parental preconceived notion or conditioning that comes from your teachers, it comes from friends and family, you know, oh, that's not a dog, you know, that kind of an attitude and things. If you let that infiltrate your psyche, then you no longer, you've got that block, you've got this block in there that suddenly that stops you from exploring the notion of dog. You know, what does it mean to be dog? Is it an emotion? Is it an actual physical dog? It's a beautiful dog I'm drawing, and I have friends that draw beautiful realistic dogs, right? But what is the concept of dog? Friendship, companionship. You know, for some people it's fear. Now you're taking that concept of dog and carrying it on further. But before somebody put that mental block in you, says, "Oh, that's not a dog. You can't draw a dog. It's terrible." Well, boom, it is. So don't let those preconceived notions and conditioning stop you from being creative. I think that's a really important aspect, don't you?
Yeah. Red Fox says she really loves your abstract work.
Oh, thank you very much. Definitely you can check it out at davidaustingallery.com.
Shameless plug.
Well, that has to happen. I mean, it just does.
Somebody's got to pay for all of Hugo's paint supplies.
Oh my gosh, please.
You will.
Me? Yeah, I do. I sell one of mine, and then I gotta go in and buy all of his paint supplies again.
Because he goes through a lot of paint,
Don't
this
spray
little
me,
guy.
please. Thank you. You know, and part of a kid's, 4-year-old, their deal is pushing limits, right? That's part of that. It's part of play, creativity, is learning limits. Now, there's certain limits you have to set for safety's sake, right? Or to exist within a society of other people. But why should you put those limits on your creative aspect? But we do. We do it at this age, don't we?
Yeah.
This is why I wanted to do this with him today. I mean, I thought about this all night since the Blues Clues episode.
I know.
This all came from the Blues Clues episode yesterday.
Which I forgot how fun Blues Clues was.
Right?
Making coffee.
We're making coffee? Yeah, I don't think I need any more coffee right now, though. Thank you.
Welcome everybody just joining us today. Our babysitter is on spring break, so you get all 3 of us, 3 for the price of nothing.
That's right. It's all free here. So, I don't know. Does anybody have any thought about that idea, the preconceived notion idea?
I don't know. Let's see if anybody has any ideas.
So this is a dry brush technique. I don't know if you can see it back there, but I'm going in and creating some texture, just lightly fluffing, blending the colors together to create a gradient. So I'm just really lightly touching. Uh-oh.
You spilled your coffee?
Here.
Oh no.
Let's do something different. Let's throw this on there.
Oh, now what are we gonna do?
And push that on. What do you think it's gonna look like? Switch see? Whoa!
Wow.
Look at that.
That was like a spider web.
Like a spider web? That is really cool.
That does look like a
Let's
spider
do this.
web.
Let's make your stuff over here
No.
so you don't spill it on the main floor anymore. Okay?
Spilling's okay. Let's just keep it on the mat.
Keep it on the drop cloth. Keep it on the drop. Here's your one.
Thank you for sharing our video, Red Fox. Truly appreciate it. And thank you for the sunglasses. Also cool. It's our first pair of sunglasses.
Is that a thing?
Yes, it's a thing.
I didn't know that.
David doesn't handle the back end of this.
No, when it comes to the TikTok, that's TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm mostly on the Instagram. But Kristen manages the TikTok. I go and I look at the numbers and watch 1 or 2, and then I go back to painting.
Yeah, if anybody wants to share this live video as it's going and bring other viewers in, I would truly appreciate it. Is the marketing manager person back here.
So I'm not really paying a whole lot of attention to this. I'm just kind of doing it because I wanted this to be a discussion. He was supposed to help paint a little bit. But there's we have a lot of other videos of him and Hugo and I painting. So you can check that out, particularly on the Instagram account. And also the YouTube has some a little bit.
Yep.
We got a YouTube channel. Check that out, go subscribe.
Somebody knows my name.
Somebody knows your name. Well, they should. You are the genius behind this.
Need a TikTok, how do we share? I believe you go down to the little share arrow at the bottom of the screen. But
that's a good question then, huh? It's getting towards spring, Kristen, so I'm going to start painting a little bit more green.
Yep, the arrow at the bottom of the screen. Just tap on, just like a regular TikTok when you share with the arrow.
Let's go down here and paint this part with the stick.
I'm digging my 80s synth experience back here from our paid canned music.
Canned music.
I never know if anybody can hear that.
Sometimes they can, I guess, can't they? So now I can go right through. You saw me doing the dry brush on there, and now I'm using the paint stick, the tempera paint stick, and I'm scratching through, and that's creating some really, really cool techniques, effects right there.
Oh, welcome, Christian Shakespeare. I saw you tried to send us a message over Instagram a few minutes ago. I will check as soon as we're off. I can't check them while we're in.
Yeah, don't kick us right out.
But it's nice that you've joined us over here on TikTok from Instagram.
So this is just a plastic paint knife, palette knife. I'm just moving some of the material around. And I'm just reacting, you know, this is, I don't know, is this imagination? This is definitely improvisation, right? So now I've brought another element in, improvisation, imagination, and creativity, right? There's 3 elements. Are they separate? Are they the same?
Well, a bunch of new viewers. Welcome, everybody.
So today we're discussing, because of the Blue Clues episode yesterday,
Yeah.
the idea, the concept of where does imagination come from? How do you teach it or learn it? And so if anyone has any thoughts on
How do you keep holding on to it as you grow?
Well, yeah, and that's a whole other story. And is it different from creativity and improvisation, right? We just talked about improvisation a second ago.
I need more
What do you need?
clean water.
Clean water. Well, that's all the clean water I have.
Hi,
so.
Janet. Welcome. Nice to see you today. I'm sure Florida is overrun with spring breakers right now.
We probably would have been here too if we had a choice this year.
Yep, winter's feeling a little long this year.
One of the coldest, I guess, in Duluth here for a while.
Oh, hi, Emma.
Emma!
We miss you.
Hi there. You can say hi to Emma, Hugo.
He will come back.
Yeah, well, say hi to her. She's on the television right now. Where are you going?
I'm trying to see.
No, she can't see her. Just wave to her and say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, peace to the out.
Good job.
Yeah.
So let's keep the water over the tarp, please.
Under a tornado watch? Oh man, I'm sorry.
So I just talked about, we talked creating without fear, right? Kristen's dancing to 80 Cent. We talked about play. Now she got wiggle butt. Release preconceived notions, right? And here's one for me. People talk about how I don't have any shortage of things to paint, do I?
No.
The ideas to paint. It just, I don't. So over the years, and I'm getting up there, I'm 50. And so
you're 29 forever to me, baby.
Yeah, thank you. So sweet. I still don't know how I got so lucky. But anyway, I completely lost my train of thought now. As my son is spraining my feet down here. So,
I'm going to clean them.
okay, so another element for me, and I've got these different tricks that I do to mess with me, and I have a routine when I come in the morning that sets me up. A lot of other artists that you see and talk to will have a routine. One of them, if I'm stuck, I do what I call a mind wander. And so I'll sit in my rocking chair, which is actually my mom's rocking chair before she passed away. She was in the rocking chair a lot. And it's almost like a meditative process. So you just kind of if you got your painting set up, or even blank ones, let your mind wander, okay? But you've got to release that preconceived notions to do that. You've got to release that conditioning to do that. So it's getting your mindset in there, and it is like a meditative process. That will then, you'll feel a trigger. You can feel this trigger when it happens. And when you can identify that trigger, you'll be able to repeat that feeling. So you sit in the chair, you do the mind wander thing, as I call it. It's a meditative type process, releasing that preconceived notions, getting ready to create without fear, and then you'll feel this snap, and it's just boom, and you go to the canvas, the surface, and it flows. The flow is there. It's a flow. Okay, so you're looking for that, what I like to call a creative groove, and that's really, really important to find. And once you tap into that, once you tap into that, then you can tap into it more and more and more. But it takes practice, and this is where, what do you like to say, Kristen?
Butt in seat.
Butt in seat. That is really important.
Regular practice.
Practice.
Regular intentional practice.
Yeah. And this goes for the martial arts that I practice. It goes for doing this. It goes for the cross-country skiing, right?
Yep.
It's just everything. You know, it's practice. It's just, some people are natural at it, but I don't know how much of that is natural and they just are doing it already. You'll say, oh, it comes so natural to you. Well,
if you do it every day.
If you're just doing it every day. So now we're rinsing things down at this point over there. So that was a little bit long-winded, but I've kind of been building up, right?
Yeah.
So that is an important aspect. Ooh, I like what happened there. Open that up very nicely. Oh.
All right.
Okay.
I'm picking it around.
Looks like Hugo is the busy artist today. David has some catch up to do.
I don't know. We're gonna put teeth on him. Can we put teeth on Batman?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we
But
can.
only under his mask, okay?
Under his mask? How do we put teeth under his mask? Put some teeth in there. That's crazy looking. Does that look like teeth? No? You know, white chin. He's got little highlights here. There's his nose. It's almost skull-like now, isn't it? He's got some ears. Huh? What?
What did you use for the teeth? What was that?
That was a chalk. That was that butter sticks. That was zero dust chalk. Really fascinating stuff. It was what we were playing on earlier over here. Really fascinating.
Yeah, you know, we tend to avoid dusty things with Hugo because we don't need him breathing it in. So David will use those soft charcoals and pastels on his own work, but we tend to avoid it when we're working with Hugo.
Yeah, anything that's slightly risky, I just don't do.
Yeah, here, zero dust chalk. Here, give me that box.
Here, but you might want to get it yourself.
I am.
Watch your step.
All right, so I'm just gonna. These are really fun. Is that caulk? No, it is
That's just
this.
oh, well, what's up here? That was white tempera paint. If they're referring to that. I don't know if they're
Let's see. Janet says you guys look a little Basquiat today.
Yeah. We're letting our inner child come through at the moment.
Sometimes it happens.
The main reason is that just to illustrate play, you know, and letting it go. And
Actually,
I think it's important when you're working as an artist or anything you do, like creative problem solving comes about from imagination, from creativeness, from a play even. So that even applies to science, the medical arts even, to find a solution in medical arts. There's often a leap of faith that comes from the ability to imagine or the creative process. And it's based on things you know, but then allowing them to wander in your mind and then make a connection. The mind will make those connections. So that refers back to somebody earlier that does say, they said it was based on experiences, right?
yeah, memories and experiences.
So it can be as you advance, but the stages where creative thought process starts is here. You know, when they're up to about 3 or 4, 5, by the time 5 is, you've pretty much eliminated. I know there's some studies on that. You've either eliminated or they're going to be creative their whole life, I think. But I think further things happen. But isn't it kind of the brain developing at that earlier stage?
I don't really know. It was kind of squished out of me when I was a little kid. I found it later in life.
You've read a lot on the brain and studying.
Yeah, well, it turns out everything they knew was wrong.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Remember how they used to say your brain wasn't plastic after 20 and then it wasn't plastic after 25?
Well, they changed that.
They came out last week and they're like, yeah, no, actually your brain is plastic your entire life. It's just you need to keep using it.
Huh. Well, that's a big change.
So, and they said being creative your entire life and always finding a new problem to solve and learning as you go will keep your brain plastic. What does slow down is your reaction time, but actually the neurons in your brain are actually firing at the same speed.
Oh,
Nuts.
really?
Yeah.
It's just the being able to bring it to the physical realm.
Yep.
No kidding.
Anyway, that's my little science tidbit of the day. Yeah, you know, David really does have a lot to share. I'm pretty proud. He has a lot of knowledge, but he won't admit that unless you get him real liquored up.
Wow. No, I'm going to be honest about things. It used to be an arrogance with me, you know, and I took that to heart because people I knew and friends came to me at one point when I lived in a certain other city and said, you know, well, you're just an arrogant ass. I'm like, well, wait, no, I'm not. I don't mean to be. So I had to evaluate how I was approaching things and realized, yeah, I was coming off as somebody that was a know-it-all. I don't know it all. I want dialogue. I want conversations to happen. I want to learn. I want to open up. You know, with the martial arts training particularly, you know, you've got to be open to all different kinds of systems because and this is fight stuff, but it doesn't matter. You're in a fight. The other person isn't going to follow your rules, right? Of your system that you've learned, and you're black belt in this, and therefore that person should. No, they're going to fight their way. So being open and aware of other options. That's the same thing in creativity, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. Same thing in imagination too. Being open. That's that mind wander that I'm talking about. I think you tap into something. Maybe that's back here instead of this part. Maybe. You know,
you definitely need to have some automatic motions going on to be able to let the things that are in your front brain express themselves.
So I really love the tempera paint sticks. I've used some of you, if you go back way into my older videos, you'll see a lot of these used. I haven't done much with them lately, but I rediscovered them with these big sticks.
Oh, welcome, Shabana. It's always nice to see our regulars showing up.
Well, this went kind of weird, this one, didn't it?
It went very weird.
And of course, now my water bottle's contaminated again. I really didn't want that.
Thank you for the likes, Time.
I'm going to pull this paint over into the...
Time is lame. That's a nice name. You know, I wish I had the nerve to get as creative as everybody does with their... A blender?
Yeah.
With their call signs, but I've just never been... Mrs.
So, this is a drop cloth down here. But, no. That you might get that on the camera. We're not going to squirt like that, please. So, what I did just then is I established a limit, right?
Yeah.
I've now established a condition. The part I have to be careful with is there's a parameter where that's okay. Okay, squirting that is actually okay, but not up into the air.
Not at people.
So if you want to squirt this, Hugo, I want you to squirt it down at this, okay? You can squirt it on this, but not in the air. You understand? So you can try that if you want. So this is going to end up being a painting at some point, believe it or not.
Oh, this drop cloth? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go back in. You think so?
We waste nothing around here.
Yeah, okay. I get what you're laying out there. Let's see, what else can we play with here that we have, you know? We'll bring a little blue down over there, maybe. Yeah, I didn't really mean to do a Basquiat kind of inspired piece, but I did, didn't I?
Yep. You know what? With him, though, I always felt like he never appreciated luminosity. Like those colors he would never have chosen. Oh. It was always very stark, very opaque, very dense.
Yeah.
And I never appreciated that.
Well, it's like the new series that I'm going to be starting here very, very soon. And it's all about ephemeral, you know, loose, not loose, but translucency.
Apparently, Hugo is painting a 360-degree creation.
Yeah, I see.
He's begun on the back.
So one of the things I'm doing is I'm kind of taking the chalk I'm outlining a few things, adding highlights or changing the direction of your eye as you go through it. And again, this is a play piece. We're doing this. This is not my normal work by any stretch. You can check out the rest of the post. You'll see that. But we're working with Hugo because this is important to understand the creative process, which is what we've been talking about, right? And that brings me kind of to my closing statement, sort of, is you want to understand imagination, play, creativity, watch your toddler. Watch a toddler. They know how to do it until we take it away from them. So I just want to say to everybody, get out there, create without fear, right, Hugo? Create without fear.
Hey Hugo, do you want to do your usual sign out? You want to do your piece of the out that you like to do?
Peace out.
Peace out. All right. That's his favorite.
I want to thank everybody for joining us today on a Saturday morning. Our next week is lovely sitter, playmate Emma will be here, and so we'll have a normal one next week. Stay tuned for impromptu lives coming up this next week too. We've got some other stuff going on. A lot of new work happening in the studio that you're going to be really interested in. So stay tuned. Check us out, please. And be well. Be kind to each other. Spread some kindness and understanding. We all need that right now. We love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.